And hello, my loves. It's Tori, the Hope Dealer of Guided Intuition, and I'm here with a little Toriology. And what exactly is a Toriology? It is simply astrology through my intuition because we all know I am not an astrologer. Though I love astrology, that's not me. So, why I am here, Tori, the Hope Dealer, I really want to break down this Mercury retrograde on an intuitive level and just share with you what Spirit gave me through a channeled message. Spirit was literally like, hey, if you want to conquer this Mercury retrograde, here are some things you should pay attention to. So I want to share that with my lovely love muffins because I know that you already feel that this Mercury retrograde is not like your typical one. Yes, things are happening, guys, because the first thing that Spirit told me about this Mercury retrograde that we're experiencing is don't fold. I don't care what comes your way, what you are experiencing, what you have to work through, what you have to step up to the plate to. Spirit is saying don't fold because I promise you, if you flow with it, you are going to be so thankful because these seeds that you're planting in this Mercury retrograde, whatever you're working through, whatever roots you're plucking up and making room for new, you're going to be so thankful. Now, I'm not here for all the technical stuff. We can definitely hop on YouTube and get all of that. But what I will let you know is some important, or basically what Mercury rules that is going to play a major key in your life throughout these couple of weeks that are going to be unfolding. Did I say that right? Anyways, Mercury, we have communication, analytical thinking, expression of ideas, processing information. Now, just think about this, and especially Mercury retrograding through Pisces. Now, what I want to do is each of these categories, I want to throw some triggers out there that Mercury retrograde, it's probably going to bring towards you. It might not be these exact topics, but it'll probably be as intense. And it's all about how you respond because some of these things you're going to be noticing in your life over the couple of weeks, you're going to be revisiting areas. Old people, old situations are going to come back towards you. And it's so, it's kind of like the universe's way of showing you your growth. I don't even want to say testing you, showing you or giving you the opportunity to step up to the plate, giving you the opportunity to probably do what you didn't do last time. And also giving you the opportunity to close some doors and choose a different path. You get what I'm saying? That's what's going. It's all about backtracking, retrograde. So coming in right here, we're going to start at the bottom with processing of information. This could definitely be triggering via social media or topics that fuel your passion, that enrage you. When those topics come up, you have to decide how you are going to react. How are you going to process this information? And it's always best when something major happens, or even if it's something in your life, in love, within your family, before you react, allow yourself time to process the information before you put in your 2 cents or you take a step towards it, okay? And I say that because assumptions make an ass. And you don't want to do something that you're going to later regret, that's later going to come back around, and bite you in the tush. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you're processing information, and being that Mercury is retrograding, this is definitely off. So get a whole story, scale back, look at a situation in your life, whatever may be coming up for you, whatever you may be shown, look at it through different lenses, okay? And then move forward. All right. So now we're just going to go ahead and go up the scale with expression of ideas. Your creative juices are flowing, and especially with this Mercury retrograde being in Pisces. I will give it to a Pisces. A Pisces is deep, okay? There is so much depth. They are emotional, but they go deep. So I really feel like right now, what Spirit gave me, this is a time for you to reconnect with passion projects or things that you may have put on the back burner, things that you may haven't given a second look. It's time to look at those things. It's time to revisit what fuels you. I really feel like your emotions are high. We are very in tune with ourselves on an emotional level. That's one of the things that Mercury is retrograding through. With Pisces, I put that as emotions. We're processing our emotions, but I'm going to get there. Okay. But your ideas are, fueling. And you have a go. If there's a creative project that you want to do, with Mercury retrograde, this is a time for you to go within and explore your creativity, okay? Because a lot of ideas that are coming to you right now, jot them down. Whatever comes to you, I promise you, have a second look at it, write it down, because there are so many amazing, and not only amazing, abundant, okay, ideas coming through and being filtered right now. Also with analytical thinking. Now, this is where I want to tie in communication and analytical thinking, because they play hand in hand. Coupled with Pisces, I don't know about anybody else, but every Pisces I know, honey, they are emotional. And they're just not surface level emotions. They are the deep, you know what I'm saying? Like, you digging deep with a Pisces. But also, as Pisces carry the 12 zodiac signs. So when it comes to thinking, analytical thinking, it's on a whole nother level. Emotions are high right now, and it's meant to be that way. Okay? So you can process, scale back, take a time to filter, to filter through what is coming in your mind. Why am I thinking this way? This is a perfect time to filter out your mind. Because we know where the mind goes, the man follows. So as a man thinketh, so is he. And with communication, you're going to notice through this Mercury retrograde, the relationship that you have with you is really strengthening. Or should I say the relationship that you have with your intuition is really strengthening. I feel like these emotions and these feelings that we're processing on a spiritual level, the words that Spirit just literally crossed my mind. You can't hide from you. And if you have been hiding from emotions, or if you have been hiding from situations or things of the past, that you probably weren't even aware of on a subconscious level, are going to be coming up. Because one of the things that I realized, even with my sister, coming up, and I'm not saying that this is you guys, but just give an example. We didn't even realize, there's a part of us that self-sabotage, due to how we were raised and just what we seen my mom do. We didn't even realize that we were on a subconscious level. That was a pattern that we were doing, So things that you're not even aware of, like, wow, that's strange, You're going to be noticing that exes or relationships or certain friendships or people are just going to be coming out of the woodwork, desiring to communicate with you. But when these people are coming up or these things, it's not so much for you to interact with this person, but more so for you to clear it or communicate on a spiritual level, to release it, Give forgiveness, release it so you can make room for new connections and a better way of communicating or articulating yourself in situations. Okay. So I hope I said that right, my love. So that is, those are some examples of certain situations or things that might come up, or, those categories or those areas. Y'all know what I mean. Those are just some examples in those areas, or how it might show up in your life, or to just give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So now getting to the meat of this Toriology. This is what Spirit, the tips that Spirit gave me to help the individual that is listening to this video, how to conquer Mercury retrograde. Okay. It doesn't have to be shitty. It doesn't have to be hard. These things are happening and showing up in your life for you to handle them, for you to process them on a soul level, on a spiritual level. Okay. So the first thing that Spirit gave me that Mercury retrograde is doing, it's bringing balance to our emotions. So for everybody, this can look different, just depending on where you are on your journey, be it spiritually, be it in your career, be it in love. It could feel vibrant. It's just about you stepping out of, shifting through those emotions of doubt and not believing in yourself, and knowing that there's nothing that you can't do, can't be, can't have. And with that comes a lot of inspiration, a lot of things that you're desiring, that you're wanting to get out there to experience and to do. That can bring up fear, that can bring up anxiety. Now, while for some this could be a light matter, for others this could be more heavy. These emotions that you are bringing into balance. This could affect your home life, your structure, where you live, who you surround yourself around. Also, how you articulate or communicate your needs, what it is that you want when it comes to a relationship, what it is that you don't want. Also with career and your family life. Those topics will definitely be coming up this Mercury retrograde, but they're coming up so you can have balance within your life. And also with communication and learning or knowing or communicating what it is that you want when it comes to your life. The childhood or the inner child is definitely coming up for some, okay? Because depending on how you received love or how you looked at love, how you didn't get love, or you didn't get what it is that you needed at that vulnerable stage, plays out in areas of our life while we're in our adulthood, in our love relationships and career. So the desires and the emotions from your childhood or inner child, which one of you ever resonate with, is coming up. And also with emotions and bringing emotions into balance. One of the things that Spirit showed me also was your faith and your belief in source or whatever spiritual practice you believe in, the universe, knowing that you can have it, that it's attainable, that you can do it. Having to rely on source, the universe, the divine, is really coming up. And we're bringing those emotions, our spiritual emotions, our spiritual practices into balance, and we're incorporating them more. I pray I'm saying it right and making sense. One of the cards that keep coming up and throughout my readings this week, and even when I asked about Mercury retrograde, was I act respectfully of others. In life, there has to be a balance. There has to be a mutual give and receive. That's what makes things harmonious, in life. So the next thing that Spirit told me, that as a collective, what's going to be happening or we're going to be experiencing in this Mercury retrograde, because we're bringing our emotions into balance. You will be gaining control of your emotions. And old paradigms, did I say that right? Old paradigms and templates are falling off, okay? So, what does that mean? When you sort through your emotions, you get clear about what it is that you want for your life, what it is that you don't want for your life, what it is that you want to continue, and what it is that you don't. You're restoring balance, placing you back in control of your emotions. So, of course, old stories, old templates, you know, all of those things are going to fall off. And why is that so important? Because sometimes we can get stuck in old stories. Let's use an example with love. If you have always experienced emotionally unavailable relationships, with this Mercury retrograde, if you go within yourself, do what your intuition is asking you to do. Shift through these emotions. Look at the story. Look at the actions or the things that have led you to keep or continue these patterns or these cycles in these relationships. That no longer has to be your story. This is what this Mercury retrograde is bringing, the opportunity for you to choose. It doesn't have to be your story anymore. It's showing you that you have the right of choice, free will. You get to choose. Do you want to continue this pattern? Do you want to continue to get things like that? If you're doing it squeaky clean and it's been amazing, keep doing it. But if it hasn't, right now, you're being presented with situations and, examples and things to show you and reflect that you can choose another path. You can choose another story. Just because it was your mama's story, your mama's mama's, and mama's uncle mama's story, it doesn't have to be yours. I don't care if you were completely stuck in this. You don't have to continue this path. Okay? You can break away and create a new story. We're starting new templates. I hope I'm saying that word right, but y'all know you know what I mean. With creating new stories, the third thing that Spirit really wanted me to bring up, okay, guys, with this Mercury retrograde, we will be revisiting the past to really say goodbye. So after you have made a decision to move forward, or do whatever it is that the path that you've chosen, don't be surprised. Again, like I said, this is retrograde. If people, old situations, old emotions, old booze, all these things come back around, it's not coming back around for you to engage as like make this forever or give this person an opportunity or go back to that thing that didn't serve you, even like nasty habits or things that addictions or different things might show up. It's not showing up so you can indulge in them. Even if you do, get back out, okay? Because it's not here for you to make a forever plan. It's for you to say a final goodbye. It's for you to show, yourself that there's growth, that you're just not going to you're not just accepting anything. It's not good for you. You're moving on from it. It no longer serves you. You're moving on. So guess what? You are calling towards you because you're making that decision. You're aligning with that. You're standing firm on your word. You're going to call in the things that really are for you when you release the things that aren't. Okay? So this Mercury retrograde feels different because we are reclaiming our freedom on a whole nother level. And with Pisces going deep, okay, honey? And one thing that I know about a Pisces will make a way out of no way. There is no giving up. Do you hear me? So while you have this energy supporting you, work through whatever it is that you have to. Because in the end, it's going to be well worth it. So when I asked Spirit, I said, Spirit, what is this Mercury retrograde showing us? And what spirit gave me, my love? This Mercury retrograde is highlighting our self-worth. Okay? This is why the emotions are running high. We are shifting through paradigms, or whatever that word is, or templates, old stories that take away from our worth, and getting rid of them. Moving away from them. Moving away from people, situations that don't reflect back our worthiness. And we're also being shown just how much strength we have and how strong we are. Because the decisions that you're having to make are liberating, but life-changing, okay? And this is why Spirit is saying don't fold. No matter what comes your way, go forth. You're strong enough. You can do it. Go for or reach for your worth. That's how you make decisions in this Mercury retrograde. Reach for your worth. And what Spirit said, by doing that, you're summoning all of the desires of your heart, all of the things that are in alignment with your truth. So, my loves, I hope that you enjoyed this little segment of Tauriology, astrology through my intuition. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was insightful. I hope it brought you the clarity and understanding you need for you to conquer, not survive, conquer this Mercury retrograde. I love you guys, and go be great. And I will catch you on my channel.
She blazing.